Hi my loves, and welcome back to the full moon in Taurus ritual guide. I'm so excited to dive deeper into the ritual as I already prepared some things for us, and it already looks so beautiful and pretty, and I really love the Taurus Scorpio vibes. And also like this full moon in Taurus is completely different than the one that we experienced last month when the full moon was in Aries. Like the Aries ritual was so powerful and so intense and loud and wild and crazy, and there was a lot of movement, and it was all about also the outer world of letting everything out. It was in a total male energy, and now we are in a total female energy, and it's like completely different. It's very calm and silent and very focused, yeah, on our inner world. And this is also how I will do my whole ritual. Like, while the Aries full moon ritual was very big and with lots of candles and music and stuff like that, this ritual will be really focused on the essence, and it also will be more minimalistic at mine. I mean, you can do it the way you prefer to do it. This is totally on you. I will just tell you how I will create it, and maybe this inspires you. So for the altar, to just start with the altar, how I will create my sacred space, I will focus on three main materials. I guess the main crystal that I will use will be aphyllite. It's this one. It's a very big piece. I also have another big piece and smaller pieces. And why I want to work with it is because this is also like a crystal of our heart. Like, it really cleans the energy around our heart, and therefore also all the negative energy that's saved in our soul and therefore in our subconscious mind. And this is very important for me when we work with our blueprint, with our limiting belief patterns. And it also brings you back to your heartfelt desire. And this is what I want to do today at the full moon. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to reconnect with who I truly am, and not who I think I am, but really, yeah, like what's me, what makes me special and unique, and how can I use this for my future. And this is why this will be like a big part in my ritual. And the other crystal that I will use again is amethyst. We already had it in other rituals, also in the new moon ritual of Scorpio. And I really want to also bring not only the Taurus vibes, but also the Scorpio vibes into my ritual. And I really think that this one supports us very well when working with our blueprint, with our, the way we think, because amethyst is so good when you think too much, or just to bring balance and harmony back into your mind. And this is what we want to do, to let go of what's limiting us, to balance it. So I think this one is very good, and this will be a great support. And to again bring some earthy energy into my ritual, I will also work with eucalyptus. This one is a small one. I also have like, you know, a bigger one just next to me. Like I have pretty much eucalyptus in my home. The thing with eucalyptus is like it's a very very good cleaning material. Some also burn it, but just be aware when burning it. I created some smudging sticks last year and presented it one client of mine, because I also know that she loves eucalyptus, and I knew that you can burn it for cleansing. But she really, you know, like I got a phone call from her and she said, Laurie, can I really burn it? Because I feel so high. And this was so funny. And for example, I also can't burn it. I also really have to be very conscious when using it, because when it's very fresh, for example, I really can't connect with the smell. It's so intense. It's too intense for me, and I really have so much headache. For example, like I have some fresh eucalyptus, but it's standing on my balcony because I would get so much headache. But if, you know, like if they're already a little bit older, I really love to have them in the room. Also, for example, in my shower, I have like a big bouquet of eucalyptus just beneath the shower, and so the eucalyptus cleans the water energy before it arrives at my body, and I really love this. Like this one is already like a dried one, and it's a little bit older, and the smell is very beautiful now. It's not that intense, it's very soft and also kind of sweet, and I think it fits perfectly to Taurus energy. So the bigger ones will be a part of my ritual as well. And just to stay at herbs and stuff like that, for the cleaning of this ritual, I will definitely work with sage. I will also work with Palo Santo, but Palo Santo I will use, I guess, afterwards. Like these also represent like Scorpio and Taurus for me personally. Like I really love to start a ritual by total cleaning with sage, because I really want to get rid of all of the energies of the last month, but also of, you know, my whole life. Like this ritual is big, you know, like normally at full moon we just reflect on the last month. But now with the constellation of the planets that is, you know, that's currently around, I really want you to focus on your whole life, especially on your childhood. So I really think that we need sage for this cleaning. And just at the end, you know, like you always get so dirty when just holding all the burnt herbs and wooden pieces. But after the ritual, I will work with Palo Santo, because it brings the grounding energy of Taurus into the ritual, and it makes peace with everything, you know, like it's such a soft and beautiful smell and energy, and I really love to close the ritual with Palo Santo. And with what I also will work is the forest bathing spray by my dear friend Ryoko. I guess all of you already know my sprays after full moon, balancing spray, and also like the forest bathing. Like these two are my main ambient sprays I work with, and this is totally my smell. Like I love this smell so much. It's with red cedar, vetiver, patchouli, basil, and bitter orange, and it really brings such a grounding energy into the room. I mostly use it at every ritual of mine. That's also always when I work with my clients. It really makes me feel so grounded at home. So, about this material, to go back to the altar, because this is where I was actually, just to let you know that I also will work with 2 other crystals. You already know the crystals. It's selenite for totally cleaning all the negative vibes and inviting the new ones to come, and clear quartz, because I really wanted to bring clarity into this ritual, you know, and to bring structure and order also back into my mind, also into my soul. And clear quartz is very good to balance like your soul and your mind. So this will also be big important parts in my ritual, as also of course wooden pieces, especially pieces that were formed by water, to combine the element of earth and water, of the moon and the sun. And other things that you can have in your altar or use at your ritual are things from your past, things from your childhood. What I also recommend is to have a photo of your little child, of yours being a beautiful, wonderful little child, and to reconnect with her. I would really recommend to do some inner child reconnection work, to really get into the emotion and energy of who she was, because this is who you truly are, because there you were pure, you were at your essence, and then you learned, you know, what society wants you to be, what your parents want you to be. But when you were like this little cute and lovely child, this was who you truly are. And to reconnect with her, you know, this helps you a lot. So I would recommend to have a photo at yours, or more photos or things from your childhood, like things that you really loved. Like me, for example, I really loved to collect crystals, and when my parents visited me last month, they took like the bowl with the bowl where I always collected my crystals. I just show it to you. Maybe you've already seen. And I think that's perfect that they gave this one to me like just before this full moon, and it's like a golden and bowl with malachite, with the crystal of malachite, and this was my favorite stone when I was a child. And like this is something that will be a part, for example, or also the goddess of the 70s from a dad that he gave me also just some months ago. And I always appreciated like these ancient things like goddesses and crystals and the universe and the moon and stuff like that. So what is it that you loved when you were a child? What is it that you did when you were a child? Yeah, who was your little mini you? This is what I really want you to ask yourself, and I really think that this ritual doesn't need that much, you know? It really needs just you, some supportive materials, and your notebook. I really want you to reflect a lot at this ritual of who you truly are, and to also dissolve yourself from who you think you are and who you truly are. You know, to be totally aware of what you think that you are, that you can, that you want and stuff like that, and to really dissolve yourself from this and go back to your essence. This is really, really important for this ritual and the question of your values. Of what do you value the most when it comes to your material world, to what brings you security. Just have a look at your flat, at your home, for example, like what's important for you, what gives you security also in the outer world, and then go back into the inner world and work with your spiritual values, your emotional values, what you really value in life and what you want to have more in your life and what you want to let go. All right, so like these are the questions, and also work with your roots, with your past. When it comes to your self-worth, for example, what were all the experiences that made you doubt your vision, yourself, your path, your life? And what did you experience so that these doubts and self-worth problems, for example, appear? And go really, really, really back. Like also think of your parents, and most of us truly loved our parents, and no matter how much we love them, it's also important to see that maybe they have made some mistakes, and I really think that they didn't want it to make these mistakes. They were just acting out of their very own blueprint and experiences, they were giving us their ways of thinking and putting them onto us when we are an individual being and we have our own wishes and needs and desires. And I really want you to know your roots, but also know where you belong to and where you want to be and who you want to be. So I really want you to work with all of these questions. Also work with tarot if you desire. I just draw a card for mine, and it's again my guiding angel, the card of Temperance, and I would love to also draw a card for us, like a message to work on this full moon, something that we are allowed to work on. Alright, let's see. Oh, I guess this is the card. Alright, interesting. It's the Fourth of Pentacles, and Pentacles represent the element Earth, and therefore also our values, security, our base, our finances, our work, our job, our life purpose. So, and this card, you already see, like, it's not the luckiest card. This guy truly holds on to that security, on what this guy already knows, and this person doesn't want to let go of it. But the important thing at this card is to see that when you hold so tight onto something, you are blocking yourself from growing, because this is a card of fear of letting go, fear of not having enough, of not being enough, of losing the security. But if you are so focused on just one thing, you don't see all the opportunities that may arise. And this card tells you to let go of all of your fear of losing security, of losing your base, and to once again work on your values. It's so perfect, it's so perfect, oh my god. You have to let go to receive, you know, like if you always just hold on the things that you experienced and you see it like, okay, this is a part of me and I have to live with it, you won't ever release it and grow. So be aware of it, but dissolve yourself from that problem to grow. And oh, so beautiful. I just turned around the deck because this is always, you know, like I draw a card and then I turn around the deck to receive another message, a helping message for the topic. And it's so beautiful. It's the High Priestess, and you already see the moon and fertility with the granate apple. And this is the card. It's one of the biggest card. It's also like the second card of tarot, and this card tells you to always listen to your inner voice, to your soul, to your intuition, because she already knows everything. And it's so interesting because somehow this truly is for me Earth, Taurus, and you know, like Taurus always wants the security. Taurus always wants to have enough money, to have enough emotions and values, to always have enough, more than enough, and to live in luxury, you know. And this totally is kind of Scorpio for me, like our intuition, our elemental wisdom, our inner world. And this card wants you to trust yourself, to trust your inner voice, and to dive deep within and to find all the answers in yourself. And these are our amazing cards, and it's just beautiful, babes. Really, it's, I freaking love tarot because it's always so true and so helpful. And yeah, so you can also ask your tarot cards for receiving a very personal message to work on. Maybe also ask some questions of your past, of your childhood, and what you can do to release old emotions, old limiting ways of thinking. And so I will do a lot of journaling this time, and then I write down everything that I want to let go. As with every full moon, I do the burning ritual, and just make sure to have a bowl that's where you can put all the fire into. So I will make a list of things that I want to release. I will write it on several little pieces of paper. This is how I love to do it, because I want to, once again, before burning each and everything I want to let go, I want to reconnect with each topic and to once again be aware, to dissolve myself, to make peace with it, to, you know, like forgive myself for thinking this and feeling this for such a long time. And then, you know, end it in gratitude. I will burn it. And as always, when you've burned everything, just be very careful when burning it. And after the burning, just have a look into the bowl, and if something isn't burned to the fullest, you really have to work on this topic again. This is something that you couldn't really let go of now, and you really have to work on this topic. So this is something very interesting for me to once again reflect on what was burned and what was not burned. And maybe what I will also do at this ritual is you can do the Kundalini breathwork technique. I really think it's so good to release everything. You can do it before the burning ritual. For the new ones, you will find the Kundalini practice technique in one of the other blog posts. And for this one, I will also do some EFT tapping of working with our nervous system, of releasing serious old belief systems, of freeing myself of who I think I am and doing the stuff like that. Please let me know if you want to know more about EFT tapping, because then I would create a video for you, as also do a EFT tapping session together with you. We can also do one maybe in our universe call. Just let me know. And just ended in gratitude of now knowing that you let go of so much bullshit, and just know that you are now free from all the limiting energies, and that you can use now the space in your body, in your mind, in your soul to refill it with so much beauty and love and your new way of thinking, of living, of achieving your goals and visions, and end it in pure gratitude and peace and love. All right? So I wish you a wonderful full moon ritual, my loves. I'm always so happy to receive photos, as always, you already know, and maybe I will also share some photos of mine. Just for the timing, because I know that you will ask. It's very good to really make the ritual on Tuesday, because with Wednesday about like 10 a.m. the moon will already be in Gemini, and therefore in another energy. So really try to make your moon ritual on Monday or on Tuesday. Tuesday would be the best, of course. So my babes, I love you. I send all my love to you, and I'm happy to see you soon again. Mwah.